Hey, this is your recap Auntie. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Hey, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. I got me a new setup here for this microphone, so hopefully this will sound a little bit better without it moving around. If you know what this looks like, then you know exactly what I got this thing clipped to. Hopefully, y'all are doing good. Hopefully, you had a really blessed weekend. We are here to do a full recap of season 2, episode 2. I got to start saying that because I always just go straight to the episode. Now I got to do season 2, episode 2. That is why we are here. Beyond the Gates. That's why you're here, right? And we've been getting a whole lot of new people. We've been getting people who are just discovering my channel because a lot of people don't know about this show. They still don't know about it, and they're just getting to it. So they listen to my recaps to catch up. So I'm happy to see that you're here. Welcome. Hey boo, hey. We are the rascals over here. We talk, we discuss, we do deep dives, we have fun, we cuss. We do all of that over here, baby. We cry. We do all of that just to have a good time to talk about the show. And the show is getting good. Today I'm ready for today's script because Friday's script was really great. I really had a good time. So I'm hoping that today's script will be even better. So welcome. Say something in the comments below. I do respond. I definitely do. I normally do a video that where I can read your comment and respond, but it got a little bit overwhelming for Auntie. So now whatever video this week gets the most views, that's the one I'm gonna pull, and I'm gonna read your comments in a video on Sunday. So it's not gonna be live. It might be recorded because I have some stuff I have to take care of this weekend. But I will be sure to pull whatever video this week, the front porch, whatever video gets the most views between today and the end of the week. I will do a front porch on all of the comments on that particular video. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started. We gonna upgrade. I got y'all. I got y'all. What y'all had to say to me. So instead of us knocking, we not gonna knock no more. We're gonna go ahead and just go on and walk on through the gates. Normally, if you're new here, normally you need to get your chair. Okay, get you a chair and we all sit down because we gonna sit behind the camera so that they can entertain us on that side of the camera. Okay, so you can get yourself a drink. You can get yourself some Kool-Aid, some chips, some cookies, or nothing. Whatever you choose to do, we are here to have a good time to enjoy Beyond the Gates, season 2, episode 2. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get this party started in 5, 4, 3, 2. Two and 1. How long are they gonna make us wait? We open up, baby, at Nicole's office, and we have the dazzling Danny dressed in his rainbow asymmetric one side, one color. The other. Y'all see it on the screen, honey. That is her just fussing in the background about how long they're gonna make them wait about them damn tests. Nicole is sitting at her desk, ever so calmly doing her work. Speaking of work, what does Daddy do? That's my boo though. But girl, when you gonna start getting back on working on that damn modeling agency, girl? Where's Pam? Oh, my stomach is eating itself from the inside out. That's what she says. And that's exactly what I be saying, don't I, y'all? I say the same thing whenever Leslie comes on the screen and I know she about that bullshit. That's exact like my stomach see, they be listening to us, y'all. Y'all can tell me that they don't, but they do. Oh, I'm so happy about season 2, episode 2. I'm so happy. You didn't have breakfast, Nicole says. Danny was like, hello, bitch. They're drawing blood. You have to fast. Nicole's like, girl, not for genetic testing, boo. She says, I wish someone was mentioning that when I was dreaming of pancakes for the last 12 hours. Girl, I had me some pancakes. When did me and my boo get together? Sunday morning? No, it was a waffle. That Eddie Murphy donkey Shrek type of one. That thing was no. Quick, give me something out of your secret stash out your drawer. Quick. So Nicole reaches in her drawer, and so she gives it to Danny. Danny's like, what the fuck is this? Some cardboard masquerading as food? It's one of Ted's favorites. That tracks. That damn Danny. His taste in snacks and side pieces, honey, equally all trash. Trash. Girl, what are you doing with these? Danny says. Please don't tell me you're making the drawer onto some kind of divorced woman shrine in the hierarchy of all of the things that I have to deal with. Office snacks land somewhere below world peace. And scheduling my hair appointment, Nicole said. Clearly, Danny says, but she's still chewing on that cardboard, ain't she? Nicole tells Danny that she did see Tad yesterday. They talked about Kat and the testing. You're co-parenting, Danny says. That's reasonable. Of course it's reasonable, honey, because you're doing the same thing with Bill. Yeah, it was cool, except for the part where I wound up in his arms, Nicole said. Danny was like, oh, she was mid-chewing, honey, that piece of cardboard. You really captured something. We have Ted in his periwinkle suit. Child, y'all know I don't know my colors. Is that pink or periwinkle? Look at it on the screen. And he's at the country club with his nephew. We ain't seen Dre in a while. So Dre is sitting there and Ted is looking at Dre's I guess photos from on his iPad, and they're just talking. He's like, yeah, man, you make the practice look like a retreat. So I guess those are photos that Andre took for PR on advertising for his Ted's office and practice. That's the whole point, though, Andre says. We want to sell serenity and snatch cheekbones. I know that's right. Wait a minute. Ted says if these new ads don't bring out the rich aunties with the black cards, I don't know what will. What that mean? Rich aunties, honey. I mean, I ain't got no black card. I ain't rich either. But what about us? So Andre was like, that's cool. I should be thanking you though, because Ted thanked him. Said because you helped keep me from the distraction. Ted was like, yeah, man, tell me about it. Anita Dupree with breast cancer. That's some bull. Andre was like, I'm still letting that shit settle in. And Ted was like, yeah, I know Nicole and Danny are getting tested today. So Ted was like, any word yet? Dre picked up his phone just to see what the fuck's going on. He's like, nah, ain't nothing yet. Ted was like, yeah. Nicole came to me worried sick about how this might affect Martin and Kat. You know what I'm saying? Right. Andre was like, well, man, that's damn cool. I think it's real cool that she was comfortable enough to come to you. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, me being cool with you comforting Aunt Nicole. Yeah. Meanwhile, I would have flipped one of these damn tables if Danny returned to her ex. And she did. What are you drinking? Milk? Ted was like, well, love makes hypocrites of us all, nephew. That's true. It does. It does, doesn't it? I think we're not going to go backwards. He better drink that milk, baby. Andre says when Danny gets scared for the people that she loves, she always turn to what's familiar to her. And unfortunately, is that Bill. Pump the brakes, Daddy says. We're back at Nicole's office. Wait a minute, did you trip over medical equipment, sis? Was there some earthquake that I damn missed? Look, I was asking Tad to talk some sense into Kat. Even if I test positive, she doesn't want to get tested. So she doesn't want to spend her life constantly looking over her shoulder, waiting for cancer to knock on that door. That bitch is wearing the fuck out of this damn rainbow dress, but it's not rainbow. Because most women, if y'all know, it's best to wear stripes going up and down because it makes you look slimmer instead of wearing it, going across like this bit. But this sweater dress is so gorgeous on her body. Like I said, she never gets it wrong. And she had black and white boots because the black and white is pop. Like, child. Miss Featherstone be doing it, honey. She just don't do it well. She does. She does live up to her hype when it comes to Haley's dress outfit bullshit. Danny was like, honey, that girl has lost her mind. And so Nicole says, honey, Ted and I are talking were about how scared we were. I broke down a little. Ted was being all Ted-like, and one thing led to another. And so Danny was like, and finish the story. Nicole was like, I did. Nothing else happened. Oh, good, Danny says. That's it? No lecture, Nicole says. Danny was like, honey, I don't want to be struck by lightning for being a hypocrite. Didn't somebody else say hypocrite? Just hypocrite is the magic word in today's show. Because when I heard the news about Mother, Danny said, I went to Bill. We got the bop bop bop. Hey, let's see if anybody's new. Okay, they added uh Joey at the beginning. Okay, that means he's top billing now. Joey, you better have a head card on here. Next scene, we are at the guest house and we see Kat laying on the couch, baby, on that little foot couch, rubbing her temples, no makeup on, all sweats. We hear a boom, 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 boom on the door. She had them tequila, so you know what she feeling is the next day. Go away, she says. Can a girl suffer in peace? Afternoon. Thought that girl might use a pick me up. This is Tomas. He brings some green juice over to his boo. Hey, Tomas. Why are you so cheerful? She says. Did someone slip happy pills into your coffee? I guess it's just my natural Boricua charm. Why did James tell me that I sound more like Count Chocula? What Count Dracula? Count Choc? Who was that from damn? One no ringy dingy. Ha 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 ha. I cracked the fuck up when I read that shit. One cookie, two cookie, three cookie. That's the closest I can get to it to his, he sounds very normal. I do this for flair and for color. Not color. You know what I mean. Add a little personality and spice to my commentary, so you know who's saying what. You know what I'm saying? I hate it when I have who sound alike in the same room. If I'm doing Marcel and damn Elon, I try my best to make them sound different, but it's hard. But it's easy when you have Leslie in the same room. Sometimes I might, bleed into Danny and Nicole sounding alike because they both are nasally. But yeah, I don't mean to make him sound like Count Dracula from Sesame Street. Well, can you please transfer some of that flavor to this as she sips is that matcha? I had matcha one time. Blah, 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 blah. I don't like matcha. It tastes like wet dirt. So she sniffs it. It doesn't like matcha. It looks like a green juice. So she sniffs it. She's like, "Oh my god, what the fuck died in here? It's not that bad, and it will knock that headache right out." This looks like something the Hulk would drink to maintain his complexion. It is green. I don't think I can do it without gagging. You just pretend it is tequila. You handle that just fine. You should be a comedian or a professional torturer. Drink up, mi amor. Oh, he had her drink. I want him to bring to her attention about the fact that she never told him about the genetic test. So she pinches her nose and drinks it. I've done that before. You're not gonna fight me? Last week you tried to stab my ass with a fork just looking at the sausage wrong. We are at Orphe Jeans. All of the holiday decor is gone. This is Jacob and Naomi sitting there just chilling. Did she tell Jacob already about the test? So she says she ain't hungry. She just got a lot on her mind ever since. He's like, yeah, ever since you found out about your grandmammy's cancer by walking into it blind. And you had to sit through the conversation about the genetic testing with your parent. I can understand, but I just hate that I couldn't be there for you and have your back when you needed me, boo. Honey, you have been working nights, she tells him. It's fine. I thought taking you out the house tonight will help you clear your mind. Trudy told us to work on our communication as he holds her hand. So how about we take what we damn learned and put that shit into practice? So we are at the hospital and we hear the doorbell rings for the elevator and this is Chelsea coming in to see her boo. Chelsea, hey. Madison, hey girl. Are you here to be with your mom during the blood draw? That's what Madison said. Actually, I came for you. Do you have a sec? Of course, honey. Let's take a walk. So they grab hands and they walk away from the nurse's station like how Tad and Shanice did. She said she didn't want to wake her up this morning because she was sleeping so peaceful. Sleep is important for maintaining the immune system for function during these times of emotional upheaval. When I tell you that girl never takes off that doctor's lab coat unless she's drunk as like a skunk. Chelsea's like, girl, Madison, light of my life. Oh, yeah, girl, I do need to turn off my doctor brain, don't I? Yeah, girl, don't be spitting all them terms at me. So I guess I was wrong. Chelsea was like, the opposite. I don't need for you to be my girlfriend. I need for you to be, I need a doctor right now. So she wants her to turn on her doctor brain. All right, I was wrong. Y'all know I'd be wrong, girl. Well, we are back at the hospital. With Shanice holding a little horn, a Happy New Year horn, and she's going back into her memory when Tad, gave her that Happy New Year kissy, and she's just looking up at the sky like, oh my god, that damn Leslie Smoke. She banged on the damn desk. She broke Shanice out of that damn dream. Oh, she mean as fuck. Oh, that's the plant. The plant that she threw on the damn desk that she gave that Shanice gave to Peaches. So Shanice's like, girl, what the fuck did that poor little fake plant do to you? Your attention, but you're standing there looking all goofy eyed and everything. What, or more importantly, who put that ridiculous grin on your face? It doesn't matter. You don't like me, so it don't matter who or what put this grin on my face. You don't care, remember? It doesn't matter. I ain't even close to you, honey. I like her little crinkly hair. Go ahead, Les. Shanice was like, your mother seems to be doing better. I'm so happy that girl maintains her professionalism with that heifer. Cause one day when they be outside, when she ain't behind that desk, that Shanice gonna get her. You better not be daydreaming about my teddy. Yeah, right. And let me make this crystal clear, Miss Thane. I got eyes. Right back at you, honey. Well, it was nice of you to put this in Peaches' room. She changed that real quick. That was weird. Cause Shanice was like, just like you got eyes, bitch, I got eyes too. Shit. Well, it did bring some color to the space. I figured you might want to put it in storage. Yeah, just in case you want to regift it for next year. She's so shady. Holiday season, of course. Shanice was like, honey, you should know that I genuinely enjoy spending time with your mom. Before and after visiting hours, when certain people aren't lurking around. Well, good things those hours don't apply to my boo. In fact, I'm headed to go see him right now. Oh, honey, Shanice says, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, honey. Well, now that's a fucking lie. Shanice was like, well, you got that right. Your boo ain't in his office, honey. Ted had a meeting off site. Business of pleasure. I forgot. This is what Shanice says. I can't quite remember. It was. Oh, I doubt that, Leslie says. And why are you keeping track of Ted's schedule? I mean, that seems kind of obsessive, don't you think? Oh, says the stalker bitch. I am not keeping damn track of nothing. Ted told me himself. He volunteered it, honey, when he stopped by to see me earlier. Now, if you excuse me, honey, some of us have lives. So she takes the fake ass poinsettia away. Leslie is too fucking old to be acting too that damn thirsty. Yeah, yeah, y'all know I'm gonna keep saying that. But this when she in bed with Marcel, then Marcel asked her, did she want to hook up? And she went. That's why her hair is curly because she didn't have time to bump it because he was bumping that booty that night. You know what I'm saying? Back at the country club, Ted was like, "So you worried about Danny and Bill reconnecting, huh?" I won't front like the idea ain't crossed my mind. I mean, they got a lot of history. Andre says. Ted was like, "Yeah, I mean, they do share children. Yeah, and they are all potentially facing a life-altering crisis." Andre said. Wow, he says it's really kind of hard to fight that foundation when they are still building theirs. That's deep. Child, Andre better have on this see-through shirt, baby. It's sheer, honey. I'm gonna make sure put it on the wall. Ain't nothing wrong with no man wearing no shirt, especially if they a sheer shirt, especially if they got a body for it. You better wear that, Sean. Sean is an alpha. On one of his pages, he was going through the year, and a lot of them did, and he was doing his step. I was like, okay, you better go ahead and step, Sean. Sean Freeman is also Andre. He plays it. So Ted was like, let me tell you about that damn foundation. I had a front row seat to every time Bill broke her heart with his many, 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 many affairs. And Andre was like, damn. And Danny would keep going back, huh? Ted was like, well, bid. Bill had to convince her that his version of love was the best she could accept. Wow. The best that she could expect, and that she should be grateful for every scrap of affection that he threw her way. Damn. Wow. That means emotionally, she was very vulnerable. She wasn't the strongest. Wow. And Ted was like, we never thought that she would be able to break free of that toxicity, but she did. He says, with you. Andre says, for now. So, are you waiting for the right moment to read me for filth about going to Bill? We're back in Nicole's desk, and that's what Danny's burning question. I'm ready to see what Nicole is going to tell her. Why would you assume that? Nicole says, because I know you. Like I know my own reflection and I can practically see the gears just grinding in that head of yours. Nicole says we are both living in the world's most fragile glass house. But honestly, turning to the people who have been in our lives for that long, it's only natural, especially given the emotional tornado we're living in. You develop a shorthand, Danny says, one damn look, and they know exactly what storm you're weathering. Because they had been, in these relationships with these men 20 plus years, both of them, and they know them. Bill knows exactly how all the things of how Chelsea and what Naomi they both mean to you because he helped you create them. That's what Nicole says. I'm sorry. I took forever to read that damn short sentence. And Ted knows what Kat and Martin means to you for the same reason, honey. Nicole says, that's right, because of our children, okay? Ain't because we want them assholes back. That's not why we went. All right? And I believe her too. Danny says, God, no. Andre is amazing, and I love him more than I could ever imagine being possible after Bill. Yeah, girl, that's like me going back. No, hell no. That ain't gonna work. Heck no. But Danny says Nicole was like, yes, it makes you wonder if we will ever be free of those relationships. Right, Danny says. All right, bitch. Enough with all this existential crisis for one afternoon. That's enough, honey. Let's break it up, please. Question: Was Ted able to change Kat's mind about testing? I haven't heard a peep, which probably means no. I wish that she would understand that getting tested is for her own good. There's preventative measures that she can take, ways that she could stay ahead of this thing, instead of just hoping that it never catches up with her. When I was Kat's age, the decisions I made weren't exactly rooted in logic. Hell, honey, I married Bill because I thought that love conquered all. This is Danielle talking. Well, you are older now, presumably wiser. This is Nicole. Girl. Slightly older, Danny says, but marginally wiser. Oh, girl, give yourself some credit. Nicole says, you have learned from your mistakes. Have I, though? With all this so called experience, honey, I still don't want to know what I'm going to do if I test positive for that damn gene. I don't even want to see a shot. We are back at the guest house, and that is Catherine telling that to Tomas. Tequila and I have officially broken up and blocked. But thank you for taking me home when I was a complete mess yesterday. And for this disgusting but apparently effective smoothie. That's what I'm here for. Smoothie delivery and damage control. Yeah, I wish my Puerto Rican prince had something to make me feel better about Grand's cancer. Ooh, he says, and maybe take away your fears about being a carrier. How did you? Ooh, did Chelsea say something? Actually, it was Bill. Why were you and Bill Hamilton, of all people, discussing my medical history? It's not like that. After I dropped you home, I checked in with Bill when I got back to work and told him that I was out dealing with a personal matter, which could be anything, Kat says. He assumed that I meant your grandmother's cancer and started talking about how scared Naomi and Chelsea were about potentially becoming carriers. Oh, she says, and you probably had no idea what he meant. Nope, girl. He was standing there looking, adios meals, just dumbfounded. He said exactly what I said. Not exactly, but that's how he looked. He said, talking about a deer in headlights. Why didn't you say something? He says. I thought that we were confiding in each other, Kat. I know, and I'm sorry. I just didn't want you to go all lawyer on me and try to convince me to have the test. Why would I try to convince you to do something that's in your best interest? Because if my mom tests positive, honey, I'm not having it. I don't want to know if I'm a carrier or not. So we're not going to really go back and forth with Chelsea and Madison. Probably just more moral and emotional support. We'll see what they're talking about, and then I'll talk and see. And we know I probably won't go that much in detail with Jacob and Naomi. So we'll see. We'll see. But Chelsea is just concerned that everybody's putting on this brave face, like, everything's gonna be okay. Yeah. So she's saying and Madison is doing that shit too. I just need for her to just give it to me straight, no chase, okay? I need for you to just dark explain to me um this whole shit without protecting my feelings. Madison was like, look, just to let you know, I am not an oncologist. I'm not as familiar about this triple negative breast cancer as I am about, brain problems. She said another word, but I can't remember. But Chelsea's like, bitch, I know you. You have been researching. I know you. I got up to get some water last night and I found you on the couch surfing cancer websites. So Chelsea pretty much tells her, girl, I'm a big girl. I just want the hard facts. Tell me what the fuck my grandmother's going through and what I will be up against if I test positive for this damn gene. So we are back at Orphe Jeans, and Naomi is telling Jacob that Anita showed both of them the port where the chemo will be going, and so she said, "Honey, when I saw that, that drove home for me. My always healthy grandmammy is now about to have poison pumped through her bloodstream. Yeah, that chemo it takes." So he's trying to interrupt her. She said, "But look, that's the plan. They're gonna fill her body with chemicals that will eventually that's gonna steal her hair, her appetite, and her energy." So I'm like, well, we're not gonna talk about that. She's like, all the things that make her who she is, just make damn sense to me. Cancer doesn't necessarily follow the rules of fairness or logic, baby. So, Jacob says, one thing I do know is that your grandmother's going to have the strongest support system on this planet. She said, well, that's what I've been thinking about. She says, I want to be there for my grandmother 24/7. So she's considering taking some time off of work. Yeah, when she said that, I was like, Anita ain't going to want you to be hovering over her on no 24/7. Because Jacob was like, do you really think that she's going to let you do that shit? She's like, no, probably not. She said, I can hear her right now telling me, Naomi, take your ass back where you belong. I got this. So Jacob tells her, look, there are plenty of Duprees around here that's going to be with her around the clock, baby, just like how they'll be there for you if you test positive. So as they're talking, they look at the front door, baby, and we see Marcel meeting there with Leslie, and they're holding hands. And so Naomi was like, wait the fuck a minute, ain't that your ex-partner? And y'all know how Jacob be looking with that old concerned look on his face. Leave them alone, Jacob. You know they both for trouble. Let them go ahead and bleed into each other. It ain't none of your business, Jacob. Not at all. Leave them alone. Back at the country club and with Ted and his periwinkle and Andre with his see-through shirt, baby. Andre tells Ted that Vernon talked to me. Ah, the father-in-law talk. I guess Ted is very familiar with that. Vernon has a way of making his expectations clear without actually threatening your ass. Andre was like, yeah, I had that talk too, but this one was different, baby. This was about Danny and Bill. Oh, that talk, Ted says, like, yeah, Andre, he wants me to keep her ass away from his ass during this whole cancer shit. But Andre says he doesn't necessarily know how to do that without stepping on his place as Chelsea and Naomi's father. That's the whole, well, you can't take their place, honey. That you can't do that. You could be there for your wife, but let him be the father that he needs to be to his daughters. I mean, I'm 100% with that. Be there for your wife, but when it comes to you, you can't step in his place. His shoes are way too big. He told you that. His shoes is way too big for yours. He said that. So yeah. What am I supposed to say? Oh, Bill, I know that your ex-wife is having cancer and your daughters are scared too. Why don't you step aside a little bit so I can husband properly, all right? Ted says, man, I learned the hard way about marrying into this family. The Duprees have their own ecosystem, their own rules, even their own way of handling the crisis. Tell me something I don't know, Andre says. And Ted says, look, you have to respect that hierarchy, okay? But you cannot let them run roughshod over you. And that includes Bill's ass. Andre was like, look, he was her rock long before I came into the picture. It's kind of hard competing with that type of history. He better say, Ted, you better say. So don't. She's your fucking wife. Bill needs to stay in his lane. And if he doesn't, Andre said, you put his ass there. Tell him, Ted. Shit. I'm assuming that you have calculated every possible outcome. Run all the simulations through your big brain of yours. We're back in Nicole's office. And this is Danny pacing the office, honey. Can't wait for them to tell her about the test. They need test. You remember that? Remember, honey, I couldn't talk you into a bad idea, even if it was going to save your damn life, girl. You'd always weigh all the pros and cons and then factor in what mother and daddy might think and then walk away. Well, it didn't stop your ass 99% of the time, Nicole said. It didn't until that one time when I convinced you to go to Romy's house party because you told me it was a study group, girl. Damn, she said she watched Daddy tongue wrestle 3 different guys while she was sitting in the corner studying the periodic table. You remember Danny does have a story about, she said, about Paris or London, a tiger. No, Dubai. They won't even let her ass back in Dubai. 4 bottles of champagne and a prince. It's like, what the fuck you do over there, girl, in Dubai? Whatever. Point is, we survived. No, it ain't whatever, bitch. Danny, what the fuck is you doing? What's going on, girl? You tongue wrestling guys at a party, girl, and then now they won't even let your ass back in Dubai. I'm just still tripping about that because I mapped out an escape route. Nicole says, and thank God I was sober enough to drag your ass out of there when the cops showed up to shut that shit down. Damn. And I am eternally grateful, Daddy said. So, Miss Human Supercomputer, what is our exit strategy this time? Oh, honestly, I just keep thinking about the kids, Nicole says. The test results could give them choices. Kat could decide that she wants children one day. If she's a carrier, she should have the option of freezing her egg. We could all be in the clear, Danny says. There is still a high chance that none of us had that gene. And a chance that we both do, Nicole said. Why in the world do you want to put that shit in the universe? Danny says. Because, honey, I am a doctor, not a vision board. Bitch, you better say that, girl. That bitch says I'm a doctor, honey. I ain't no vision board. Shit. I deal in fucking facts, honey, not glitter, glue, and good vibes. Whoever wrote this, you better write. Whoever wrote this, bitch, you better write. I'm liking this already. I'm liking the dialogue in this damn episode already. Well, I am choosing to remain to be a positive Pete for Daddy. Well, we already know why she's going to do that for Daddy because of she saw him break down. Seeing what this is doing to him, watching Mother deal with this diagnosis, he has carried all of us on his back for decades. We are not going to snot and cry like we did on damn Friday. Do you hear me, Danielle? We are not. I promise y'all, this ain't no crying moment. It's just a reflection, all right? Last week, I don't know why I couldn't get it together on Friday. We're not doing that today, all right? It's time that we carry him for once. That's what Danny says. Detective, are you ready to see what I'm packing under this sexy coat? We are back at Orphe Jeans, honey. And that is what Leslie is asking Marcel. Girl, what you got on under that coat? Now, don't tempt me, 'cause I might arrest your ass for indecent exposure. This time that she takes open her coat, it's contraband. So I guess she had it tucked under her arm and it's a brown paper bag. He says, could it be illegal goods? Stolen evidence. I could go on or you could just tell me. Well, I don't know where all the fun is in guessing. I mean, you could just interrogate me and make it all official. I do promise, though, to be very good to the bad cop. Well, give me a hint. They sit down at the booth. She holds up the bag and she says, it's a treat. And you are going to have to work very hard for it. I tell you, that damn Jacob is such a hater. Look at them, whispering like they're broken a drug deal. Not like I be whispering every damn day. Jacob, nigga, you whisper every damn day. You know what I'm saying, boo? Shit, Naomi was like, Leslie is chaos incarnate, but she definitely has calmed down lately. Is that your definition of calm? He says. She looked over there real long time. She said, hell no. Yeah, no. They look like they're a few steps away from soft core corn. Y'all already know. Replace these words because I need my shit to be monetized. Ooh, over there kissing the fuck out of her fingers. And she got her arms and eyes closed and what? Naomi's like, what the fuck? I mean, he's married, right? Y'all doing that shit in public? Take that back to the room. She got a hotel. I see that I'm disappointed in my grandmother face on you, Tomas. We're back at the guest house, and that is what Kat is telling Tomas. Can you blame me? I thought we had finally got to a place where we don't keep secrets, where we actually are building something real. Instead, I'm getting the details about your family's medical crisis from my boss. I know how much you want to impress his ass and how important it is for your career to stay in the loop on family stuff. Kat, stop. This isn't about my career or impressing anyone. I didn't rush over here to give you some lecture about how I want to look like a fool in front of Bill. I came here because I love you. I want to be your person, the one you can talk to about anything. And I told y'all in the last thing, Cat don't trust Tomas. I was shocked that she told him about the cancer. But when it's dealing with her directly, that bitch ain't gonna say nothing. Nothing. She will not open her mouth when it comes to him. So one of y'all was like, y'all ready for them to break up? They will once Lynette is start working with him on this one-on-one with this case with her embezzlement thing. She gonna snatch him away from her. Cat ain't gonna have nobody. She might. Don't I mean Isaiah's already gone when it came to Eve because remember before Isaiah came, we was trying to determine who he was gonna be with. Isaiah ain't think about nobody but damn Eva. That's it. But yeah, they won't last. I don't see them lasting this year. I'm gonna give it to spring. Maybe let's push it to summer. He continues to say that I could be the one that you can lean on and when the water gets heavy on you. That's who you are to me. And now I feel like complete trash. And it's not because of the headache. Then talk to me, good. What's really going on? It's not about not trusting you or shutting you out. I just need some time to figure out what all of this means before I can explain it to someone else. That's all. I get that, baby, but why do you have to figure it out on your own? That's just how I process things. Damn. She she just be biting him. But by the time Tomas lets his guard down just a little bit, she makes him pull his guards right back up. It's always so roller coaster with her. And I still think that I need some alone time, at least until I can figure all this shit out. Damn, she still want to be alone? He says alone. Like I said. She tried to touch him on the arm. It's like, Tomas, come on. No, I get it. I get it. Feel better, okay? Kisses her hand. And when you're ready, you know how to reach me. Now, because she's pushing him away now, he's free. Now, once he gets locked into that case, he ain't gonna be as free for her. Then she's gonna be complaining. Child, what she say? Shanice came in and said the labs were backed up at home, was more backed up at. What did she say? We're back at the hospital, and Shanice was bringing some food in there. Let me see what she said to Nicole and to Danny. She said the labs were more backed up than a toilet at a homecoming weekend. If y'all know about homecoming, college homecomings, concerts, football games, definitely homecoming. Y'all go to those clubs or you go to a concert or you go to a football game, you try to go to pee, it'd be crowded like a mudsucker. So you either just have to hold it or find someplace else to pee, or if you're a female, go into the men bathroom because those lines are never that long in the men bathroom than it is the females. So that's how what she said that the laboratory was so crowded that it was is like it reminds you of the lines of a homecoming weekend. Whoever is writing these fucking lines, y'all better write. So Shanice is gonna draw their blood there, VIP style for Nicole and for Danny. Tapping us like maple trees to see if we've won the cancer jackpot. That's what Daddy says to Shanice. No, it's no biggie, Danny says. And so we see Nicole like freezing up, honey. And so Shanice is like, you all right, Doc? You looking a little green around the gills, girl. It's just once we do this, there's no going back to not knowing. Girl, we've already crossed that bridge, baby, when mother dropped the genetic bomb. The longer we wait, Danny says, the deeper daddy is going to wear that hole in that carpet, honey. Danny says, all right, Countess. She rolls up her sleeves and she says, I'm ready. She tells that to Shanice. Drain me dry, girl. So we're back in the near the nurse's station with Madison telling Chelsea more details about the triple negative breast cancer, how it affects black women at a higher percentage. So if you're a female carrier of the BRCA gene, you have a higher percentage of carrying the breast cancer, the gene for breast cancer and ovarian cancer. Let me make sure I read that correct. Let me make sure. If you are a female carrier of the BRCA gene, you have a higher chance of developing breast cancer and ovarian cancer. Wow. For men, it's prostate and pancreatic cancer. Okay, so she says there's a chance that she could test negative even if her mom's test positive. She says genetics isn't like passing down family heirloom. So, yeah, early detection is everything. She might dodge a bullet. Her grandmother's was caught early because she's very, aware and conscientious about getting her annual mammogram, and I know I do. So we found out that Madison has lost a relative to cancer too. She gave a long word, but anyway, it was her mom's younger sister who passed away from cancer. So we found out this is definitely not her first rodeo when it comes to that. So she's gonna make sure that whenever Chelsea goes for a screening, that they're gonna go together, maybe dress alike, sit there and look through the magazines together. Make it not as stressful as it could be. So yeah, we found out that Madison's mom had convinced her auntie to listen to her instead of going to the oncologist that Madison had found. So we're finding out more and more that Willow is that her name? Madison's mom, Willow. It's deeper than them just having different beliefs. When you're trying to convince people of not taking one route over the other. And again, we're not just going to discuss that. Everybody has their own choices on how they deal with stuff. Then it could be something that could really tear up families, like really really bad. So Chelsea did confirm what I just said. She said, "So is that where the tension with your mom comes from?" And Madison, yeah, she nodded her head like, yeah, yeah, that's exactly where, because they were hoping that things would get better, but instead they got worse. And her auntie wound up passing away. So yeah, Shanice interrupts and tells her that some results that she was looking for, they finally came in. So Madison leaves, and so Chelsea picks up her phone, and then she texts the cuz chat, sister/cuz time to Martin, Kat, and Naomi. Everybody, we need to get together. And so, detective, are you going to use your investigative skills to ID this treat? Ooh, well, we're back at damn refugees. So Leslie, she says, "Oh, should I say hard?" Her hand disappears. Contraband. We're gonna assume that she's squeezing his knee, right? The knee, right? Woman, you keep talking to me like that shit. I mean, you gonna make me spill this shit now, all right? I told y'all they be talking that jive shit. I love it. I love it. Ooh, she's ooh. That ain't all you gonna spill. Whoever, bitch, who wrote this script today, I'm not gonna look at the credits because I need to go to get this stuff together. You better write, boo. Or maybe, damn, I mean, maybe we should find somewhere more private. You know what I'm saying? He said, "What's wrong? You worried about your little brother in blue over there?" Because she looked over there and she saw Jacob and Naomi at the table. He said, "Brother's got your back. That boy over there, he's more brother in blue and more of a daddy's favorite tattletale. That's what the fuck's he is." Ooh, she says, "Then maybe we should disappear before your self control does." Because I guess he's hard. Shit. We don't want that to disappear, honey. We want that hard contraband to stay put, right? Shit. Y'all is nasty. You look now. You keep touching my damn leg like that, girl. I won't be responsible for what happens next now. Oh, baby, I am counting on it. Check, please, he says. She says, "I'll be at the Bowman waiting." That nigga. She's walks out with that big old ass of her. You know she got a big booty. So she walks out and he looking like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna tear that up. Yeah, I'm gonna tear yeah, Malone." Jacob comes over there. He's such a killjoy, I swear. Marcel says, "Boy Scout." God don't I couldn't but help but noticing you and Leslie getting all comfy. Well, damn, boy, yeah, that's what grown folks fucking do. Maybe you could too if you started paying more damn attention to your wife and stop sticking your nose in my business. I'm just looking out for you, that's all. That woman's got more drama than one of those housewives shows. Leslie comes back in. "Oh, Chillo, I almost forgot my treat," because she left that little bag there on the booth. He says, Marcel's like, "Wait a minute, you mean my treat?" "Oh, the jury is still out on that." Ooh, she talking real dirty right there in front of Jacob. "No, are you ready to show me that Concealed weapon that you were bragging about? Jacob looks disgusted. That's why you need to go mind your business. Go over there to your chocolate drop, all right? You over here minding grown folk business. Bounce boy scout. Ooh, she turns around and tells Jacob, and now don't wait up for your ex-partner, honey. This inspection might take all night long. And then she leans in and says, it could have been your ass. Said this to Jacob. That damn Marcel winks his eye. I bet he added that in and left. Now, I'm not going to lie. You know, I just despise Leslie, but I will say I like this. I like this. I can't put a finger on it, but today she was bomb. She carried today. Her and Danny carried today's episode. I like this. I do. I don't like her looking desperate when it comes to Ted. I don't. It's just so desperate looking to me. And how she cut off her threatened energy, that threatening vibe, which she needs so quick. I was like, okay, you was like yo Teddy, and then all of a sudden, like, well, anyway, I just want to thank you for. I was like, wait a minute, this was different. That transition didn't work too well, but this was good. I ain't gonna lie. She gives me back to when I first fell for her. That I was like, okay, that's my bitch. She ain't my bitch. Danny's my bitch, but this my bitch. So Naomi comes over there and says, did you find out what the fuck is going on between them? He said, look, I don't even want to know. So Naomi was like, honey, well, while you was over here, I got a text over there from my sissy. So it's a sister emergency. Well, do you think you could drop me off at the club, boo? he said, he says, I got to go and sweat off whatever the fuck that was. I am giggling so much today. Thank y'all for this good balance. Cause Friday was a chokehold of tears, but this is a belly full of giggles. So she was like, he says, and promise me this. Let me know if the family gathers around for them damn test results. Let me be there with you, boo. From now on, I don't want to leave your side, girl. Okay, we done all this heavy breathing and slamming doors. We're back at the Bowman, aka Leslie's hotel room, and her and Daryl, aka Marcel, finna do it. oh, 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 they kissing. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let me put this on pause. So she threw all that shit on the floor, and he was like, "Mwah. Have I heard that sweet treat yet, boo? Oh, baby, no, not even close. This first time does it leave me wanting more? There won't be no damn second." She takes off her coat and tosses that on the fucking floor. I know, I love it how the way you make me work for every fucking thing, even though we both know you all mine. That's kind of presumptuous, don't you think? Maybe I'm just using you for your considerable talents. Use me, bitch. Shit, that nigga said, break me if you can. She's like, challenge accepted. Nasty old ass bitch. That was fun to watch, wasn't it, y'all? Wow, that was so much fun. Tomas, you leaving right when I get here? But this is Jacob. Remember, say he need to go to the gym at the club so that he can work off whatever the fuck he just saw. So that's him running into Tomas. Tomas was like, "Nigga, well, he didn't say that. He said, man, I just came here to make sure I worked off enough for the both of us, bro." That's what he said. He meant to say, bro. Y'all forget what I said before. Y'all know it comes out every now and then. I'm doing better though, but it still slips out. I ain't, I'm being me. Y'all know I'm gonna be doing me. Got to get my mind right after the day I've had. He tells that to Jake. Yeah, I know about that, bro. Naomi just dropped me off so she can meet up with Chelsea. So I figured I get some of their damn reps in while they do their thing. You know what I'm saying? God could use the company. He says she wasn't feeling too hot today. I mean, it's all right now, but to be real talk, bro, I think all the Duprees got their emotions running really wild right now. I don't want to really speak out of turns about my girl, but if anyone's gonna understand, it's you. Yeah, man, what's on your mind, bro? Sometimes I find it hard to be the supportive boyfriend. That girl is so independent, so stubborn. I want to be there for her, but she keeps putting up these walls. Welcome to the fucking club, man. All the Dupree women are like that. Independence runs in their DNA. She been real quiet lately because Tomas was asking about Naomi. And normally when her ass get like that That means she's about to do something I ain't gonna really like. I ain't gonna dig. You know what I'm saying? So we over at the guest house with Catherine, Chelsea, and Naomi. Get there, we found out that Martin couldn't make it, and so Chelsea's like, I mean, Kat said, honey, he probably has some bougie ass restaurant. They're stress eating, talking about he was at some emergency congressional meeting. So Chelsea was like, well, I really do hope that he's not knocking back any tequila shots because if he is, this family is in some serious need intervention. Look, very, very funny, Chelsea Cat says. I mean, I was just self soothing, okay? Finding out about your grandmother having cancer and that you might be predisposed to the same damn thing tends to make a girl reach for the bottle. Which that reminds me of her auntie. Remember when Danny was drinking a lot when she was going through that whole situation with Bill? Yeah, Danny did the same thing. Did the same thing. So, like I said, Danny and Kat are so much alike, and Naomi and Nicole are so much alike. So they all sit there and they compare, saying that everything is just so overwhelming. Kat says that Tomas tried to come over there and talk to her and help her. She couldn't find the words. And Naomi was like, yeah, sing with me and Jacob. That's what Naomi said. Naomi was like, girl, yeah, it feels like my brain has hit some type of damn glitch. So that's why I sent the text, Chelsea says. I figured we all needed to be together right now. And if anybody understands what we're going through, it's each other. So Naomi was like, "Have we heard from our moms?" And so Chelsea was like, "No, last time I talked to them, they was getting their blood drawn." So Kat was like, "Girl, I cannot no more, honey. If I hear any more about some damn needles and shots and blood drawings, honey, I am going to have a nervous breakdown, all right? Sick of y'all talking about this shot. Well, we can't go out no full on ostrich, bitch. And pretend like nothing has happened," Chelsea tells her. Says who? Kat says. Do they even know that Kat says that she doesn't want to do the shot? I don't even know if they know. But anyway, Chelsea tells them about Madison's auntie. Wait a minute. Everybody's talking about sitting on the porch now. They be listening. I want to grow old with y'all. I want to sit on the front porch and sitting on with matching tracksuits arguing over which episode of Insecure was peak for Issa Rae. That's what Chelsea said. What's wrong with sitting on the front porch? Everybody keep talking about that shit. Bill did, now Chelsea. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right, y'all? The front porch will be back. It will. So Danny sent the girls a text to let them know that her blood has been drawn and it was sent to the lab. So Naomi was like, "Well, damn, all we got to do is wait now." Danny gets home to her, her gaudy but nice house. And Andre gets there. He's like, "Ah, that's my warrior right there." So he made her look like some cookies and whatever. So he asked her how the test went. And so she was like, the blood drawing was nothing. It's the waiting that's going to destroy me. Well, at least you got it over with, Andre says. She said, yeah. She rolls up her sleeve and shows the pretty pink band-aid, that cloth kind of band-aid that they put on your wrist or your arm whenever you have a shot. She said, and I got this really cute souvenir for the occasion. He says only you would be the only one that would make some medical supplies look fashionable. I'm telling you, because the damn bandage matches her dress. Just because you're getting your blood drawn, honey, doesn't mean that you cannot serve a look. So she was about to take off the bandage, and so he was like, "Let me." So he's unraveling it. She's like, "I'm just loving this bedside manner of yours, Dre." He's so sweet. He took off the damn bandage, and he says, "You'll love this." And he kissed her spot where she got her shot. Oh my God! No, we're not gonna cry, but that was sweet. What is this? Therapeutic distraction sex? He was like, well, as much as I would like to do that, baby, since you didn't get a lot of sleep last night, I feel like what you need, honey, is a nap. And I love that transition. They were downstairs in the living room as they were delivering their lines, and they did a scene switch, and they were all automatically in the bedroom. Love it. Now I don't like. Now he don't have no shoes on. He took his shoes off at the bedroom door. Danny, you could have taken those shoes off in that bed, girl. You just came from outside. y'all know I just don't just look at this show because of the characters. I'm looking for the flaws. Girl, who gonna sleep in their bed with their shoes on like that? Girl, you should have took them shoes. They cute now, they real cute, but you should have took them shoes off in that fucking bed. And Andre should have gotten on his knees and took off her boot. Damn, woman, you exceeded all my expectations. We are back at the Bowman, honey, aka Leslie's room. Mwah! Give each other a juicy, wet, loud ass fucking kiss. You sound like a supervisor giving a performance review. Leslie, you've demonstrated great initiative and exceed quarterly goals. Well, let me rephrase that. You know what I'm saying? I was expecting a tigress, but I got a honey badger instead. Damn. What is a badger? What is a badger? Chat boo, what is a badger? What is a honey badger?
Absolutely, Shar. So, honey badger, and I give you that explanation in a nice, calm, and knowledgeable tone, is this famously fearless little mammal. It's got a reputation for being tough as nails. They're relatively small, but they're known to take on animals way bigger than they are and even go after beehives just to get that honey. So, in short, they're kind of the ultimate tough little survivor of the animal kingdom.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome, Shar. Always happy to dive into a little animal trivia with that warm.
All right, well, there you go. Well, we are known for our aggressiveness and our ability to take on very large prey. That's what she says. Hey. Oh, I noticed, honey. He says. So, what's your soon to be ex wifey's animal comparison like? Ooh, he says her ass is a little kitty cat compared to you. You know, it is a shame. Oh, these sexy, strong men stand with these boring ass women who treat sex like it's a chore. Well, I'm saying for financial reasons, he said. Want to keep my pension intact. She leaving anyway. Her ass is leaving me anyway, taking half that shit with her. It sounds like you need to make up for lost time, sir. You want your donut to refuel. Later, he says. So that was the treat that was in the bag, the chocolate donut, and that he needed that to refill. But he says, "I'll take that shit later, baby." Oh, child, we come back at the hospital desk, nurse's station, and Ted comes in there with Shanice is standing there. He's like, well, if this is the most beautiful sight on the entire floor, ooh. She's like, huh, did you practice that line on the elevator on your way up, honey? Excuse me. That is pure charisma. No rehearsal necessary. That's a lie. You had to rehearse that line. And she's like, yeah, right. Anything interesting happening? He said. Well, not unless you including people asking me where the bathroom is every 5 minutes. He says, good. I have a rib removal consultation in an hour. Hopefully, I can keep things peaceful until then. She says a rib removal. She said, some people don't have nothing else better to spend their money on. And you ain't lying, girl. You want that tiny waist like that, so you're gonna remove a rib? Then they say that there was a star who did it. Was it Dolly Parton? I was in a play. I think it was in Steel Magnolias. And one of the characters has said that there was a superstar. There was a room that they had removed a rib for smaller waistline. Was it Dolly Parton? It was somebody who removed a rib. So shit, he said, I know that how it may sound, but those vanity surgeries fund my charity work. For every socialite who wants a tiny waist, there's a child whose smile I can restore, or whose face that I can rebuild after trauma. I stand corrected, she says. You just went from zero to superhero in one sentence. Oh, it's nothing, he says. He's so funny. Hopefully, she brings up Leslie asking about him. Speaking of mutual gifts, she says, I do know of a mutual friend who could benefit from that kind heart of yours. Who? He says. She says, Nicole. She's in her office right now, Tad, and she's going through it. He was like, okay, well, thank you. He says, I'm going to go and check. He's like, early dinner? It's quesadilla day in the cafeteria. As long as I have buffalo chicken and blue cheese on mine, count me in. He's like, okay, gotcha. Back at the guest home, Chelsea says she gets a text from Madison and they says the lab is backed up. Remember, uh, what's that girl name? Shanice said that the lab was real crowded and they don't have an ETA of when the results will be back. So it won't be today, girl. This this waiting will kill me before any genetic mutation gets the chance. The patience is a virtue. Can't talk about which is why she chooses not to think about it. Chelsea was like, bitch, not thinking about it takes just as much energy as thinking about it. So that ain't nothing deep. I am incredibly adept at the fine art of selective ignorance. No, you don't. You're not good at that, girl. Talking about she didn't think of sex every single minute of every single day for years. Chelsea's like, and then look what happened. Yeah, yeah, I did. She's like, I got a PhD in mental gymnastics to make sure I was doing the shit right. You're the one who told me I was overthinking sex. We're not gonna keep talking about this, honey. Why is Naomi over there looking in the corner? Bring her back over here to the fold so she can talk. So they check up on her. Chelsea was like, you been on quiet, real quiet, sis. Anything to add? And Naomi was like, not today. So I guess she don't have nothing to say. I bet you she's thinking about kids and stuff. She's gonna really rethink her life. So we are at Nicole's office. And so she says, come in. He says, little birdie told me that you needed a friend today. Actually, scratch that. She'd really hate that I called her a bird. What? No women don't want to be called no fucking bird. So Nicole says, Shanice, oh, wow. He was like, may I? Unless you're too busy saving lives to see your devastatedly handsome ex husband. Devastatedly handsome. So that's what we're going with. He said, honey, I'm just stating facts, honey. I got the studies to back this shit up. I'm just saying. She says, you're ridiculous. But yes, I could use some company. So she, invites him to have a seat. Until these results come in, we are suspended in DNA limbo. He said he did speak to Martin and Kat, and he did not advise them to get tested. That is not my place. So Nicole was like, well, what did you and tell them? That I'll be there for them. Like I told you, the same thing for you. We're not married anymore, but I will always care what happens to you, Nicole. I like to think that this is the beginning of a new phase for us as friends. And his stomach started growling. Say, girl. She's like, she was kind of like thrown aback. Because remember, her and Danny were talking early, because like day before she hugged him. And he says friends. And so she's like, She said, is that your stomach I hear growling? He says, well, yeah, I was just talking to Shanice about quesadillas, and I just can't stop thinking about them. I wonder, was that in the script? So she reached in her drawer to get that. Remember that cardboard snack that Danny was talking about earlier? She had another one, so she gave it to him, and he was like, wow. So we're at the next scene at the Little Palace, aka Danny's house, with Andre and Danny is exhausted, honey. I love them pillows, honey. Them pillows is, y'all know I love me a good pillow. They all like a fur, look like lions or something. All them pillows is cute. So he reaches to get a blanket and cover her up more, which he should have taken off her shoes in this bed. So she, kind of squiggled and wormed, moved around. He was like, I got you always. And that was it. Woo, that was such a good episode, right, y'all? Oh my God. That damn Leslie and Marcel acted like they from the 70s. So that I was like, that paper bag looked really thin. Cause I was like, what the fuck she got in that paper bag? It was a donut to replenish his strength, honey, after that little cardio he had. And his wife is still gonna divorce his ass. So I guess he like, look, I might as well have a good time with this honey badger, baby. I ain't never heard of a honey badger. A honey badger. I ain't never heard of that before. Cat is still being selfish. I don't like this side of her. She might make me not like her this season. Cat, you better straighten up, girl. Don't let me have switch over and start being Team Eva. Like for real. Please don't. Cause I don't like how you start in the season. If I'm laughing more and on damn Leslie's side way more than yours, then that ain't cool. Cause Leslie stole this episode, y'all. She really did. She really stole this episode. This is the Leslie that I fell in love with. This is the Leslie that I really enjoy. She didn't seem desperate or anything in this episode. I really liked how she command the audience. She was funny. She was sexy. She was witty. I loved all of it. I gotta say, she was the one who stole it for me. The only outfit that I love was Danny's, honey. That damn dress that she had on, that was just all these block colors and shit. Y'all already know I don't like her laying. Why didn't she lay in bed with them shoes on? Y'all couldn't have wrote in the script or blocking or anything for Andre to take off her shoes. I ain't like that. I ain't like that. What else? They didn't do Vernon or Anita today. That's cool. They need to rest. They taking a nap just like how Danny did at the end of the episode. And that was it. It was pretty decent. I had a good time today. Even Jacob had some little hits here and there. It was cool. I had a good time watching it. I did. I had a good time watching it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And let me go ahead and get this stuff mashed together. And and again, welcome to all of our new subscribers. While y'all here, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Thumbs me up. Throw them thumbs up in the air, all right? Go ahead and smash that shit so we can have a good time. And while you're there, hype me too. There's a hype thing. Whenever you make a comment, there's a whole hype thing that's there. Go swipe that shit over and let people see me that I'm here, okay? It ain't that many of us out here doing daily. As a matter of fact, I think I'm the only one. No, it's about a couple of us that's doing a daily recap of the show. Most people do weeklies, or some people would do like a couple of shorts here and there on IG. I hate IG. I hate that place. It's hell for me. That's why I'm over here doing long form when it comes to Beyond the Gates. So yeah, y'all come back later or tomorrow, or keep watching the old episodes, because some people are catching up from the Christmas break. They looking at episodes number 80 something, 82. One girl said 80 something. Child, we had 200. So when you come here, baby, we're gonna be right here. We ain't going nowhere. And we're hoping that these next 100 episodes is gonna be amazing, which I have a feeling that it will. I think it will be. All right, let me go ahead and get this stuff together, and I will see y'all in the next video. All right, be good, all right, or be bad, or be good at being bad. Right? Okay, bye, y'all. How you turn this